Hello, fabulous you. I am standing here with Beth Nutt of the Buttery Nutt. And it's time for us to just get to know Beth and a little bit about the business. So, Beth, will you just tell us, how did your career in baking begin?
Well, I started baking probably about the age of 17. I worked at a small just bakery, and at the time I was going for medical, and I realized that I just really enjoyed going to work and not class. So that's when I decided to change my career around, and I've been in the culinary industry since then.
Fantastic.
A long time.
So, where did you go to school to just to build your craft?
I started at the Culinary Arts Institute in Indiana.
Nice.
And then a lot of it was just behind the house training, working with great mentors that were really patient throughout the years.
That's fantastic. And so how long were you at that institute?
So at the institute for about a year.
Okay, fantastic. And what were some of the things that you loved doing at the institute? Like whether it's a certain thing that you learned to bake or master a souffle, what was something that sticks out to you?
Anything that had to do with art. So I picked up all the garde manger classes. I participated in ice carvings, anything that I can get my hands on that's artistic. And I think that's how I fell into artistry.
That's fantastic. So the artist side of baking. So what are some of the things that you love to bake here at the Buttery Nutt?
The specialty cakes. There's nothing more fun and creative than making the specialty cakes, and especially seeing people's faces when they get to see their creation like come to life.
How cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite specialty cake that you've made through the years?
Not a favorite, but just the children's cakes in general, because they're more spontaneous, they're more creative. Wedding cakes are beautiful and clean, but they all tend to have the same feel behind the wedding cake. But the children's cakes, they're a lot.
That's awesome. So let's go back to the artistry. Like I know obviously with decorations you're able to use your artistry. Does that extend outside of baking? Are you a painter? Do you build sculptures? I mean, you talked about ice sculpting, or what do you do? Like
now, all my hobbies really are just food. But when I was in my youth, I did start off with a lot of the 3D sculpting classes using a pottery wheel, and I think that's how it kind of all came to play as well in the future. I never thought it did, but now seeing it.
That's cool. That's very cool. So tell us about some of the baked goods that you offer here at the Buttery Nutt.
On a daily basis, we start off every day with a variety of danishes, filled croissants, a lot of good breakfast breads. And as the day goes on, we transition around 11 to 1-ish. When those start to deplete, we push more into the afternoon desserts. So we have specialty cookies, bars, cake pops, any of those types of things you can come across.
What are some of the favorites? Like we always sell out of blank.
Are they filled croissants? And the cinnamon rolls are always what we fill out of, especially the pistachio croissant. That's just a favorite. And then the lemon meringue cookie. That one is I think it's the people's choice here. The chocolate chip always sells, but the lemon meringue is the most requested cookie.
I have not tried the lemon meringue yet. I'm gonna have to buy one before I leave. No, that's exciting. Okay, well, let's talk about the business. Like, how did you decide I'm gonna open up the Buttery Nutt? And like, tell us about just how everything lined up and you were able to.
Well, the process kind of started over COVID. I was out of work for 15 months, and my father-in-law really pushed on why we don't do this on our own, because he's traveled the world and been to a lot of places, and he fell in love with my food and thought, why don't you try to expand on your own? And we didn't take it too seriously for the first bit, but I think after really contemplating it and putting that into aspect, it became a why not? So it became a hobby to work on the interior design and marketing stuff behind it. And after that all came to a close, it was one of those, why is this a 5-year plan and not a now plan? And so we just went for it.
That is awesome to have somebody who's encouraging you to pursue your dream, and they see how gifted you are in the baking, and just to have an encourager like that, that's extraordinary.
No, it is, especially because it's I think everybody's afraid of jumping out there and trying things on your own, but in order to have growth, you have to be uncomfortable.
That's right. Get out the comfort zone, guys. So what have you learned as a business owner? What are some lessons that you've learned through the process?
It takes more time than you anticipate. There's still just a lot of waiting that even though you're ambitious, your ambition will not take you the entire path that quickly. There's a lot behind it, and one step at a time. If you look at the big picture, it's hard to imagine accomplishing 500 things, but if you just go from one to the next, the list becomes a lot smaller quickly.
So one step at a time, go small to go big. No, that's fantastic. So as far as Grayson, are you guys from the area?
No, so I'm originally from northern Indiana. My husband, he's from all over the place, and we moved to Snellville about 8 years ago, and we were looking around the area, and when we found this place, we just fell in love. The community aspect, just the courtyard, all of it, what they're trying to establish here is going to be beautiful in the future. It's a little hidden gem.
I love that. And how have you made yourself known in the rail yard? What are some things that y'all are doing to advertise yourself and market yourself?
Participating in anything that they put out there event-wise for us. We're just trying to self-market and get involved.
That's fantastic. Well, Beth, what should we know about you, the baker, or even outside of baking? What do you love to do?
I honestly just love food. I love eating food. I love making food. A lot of what I do revolves around that. But yeah, I think the only other interesting parts are is I do have type 1 diabetes, so being a diabetic pastry chef is always intriguing to people.
That is.
But I think that with that, I tend to understand sugars and balances and keeping all those in kind of in check.
We need balance. I totally need balance when it comes to sugar. Okay, so when you're not cooking for yourself, what's a restaurant that we could find you at that you just love?
You'd have to go pretty far though. You'd have to go into the city.
Okay.
I love Lee's Bakery. They have the best banh mi sandwiches I have ever had. It is worth the drive every time I go there.
I'll have to check that out. So Lee's Bakery.
Yes.
Okay.
They're delicious.
All right. Well, y'all check out the Buttery Nutt, but then you can also check out Lee's Bakery if you want to consume it. That's awesome. Well, what is your favorite dessert to eat?
Cinnamon rolls. I love cinnamon rolls. Those and the monkey bread.
Yum. Delish. Well, I appreciate your time, Beth. And guys, come see Beth at the Buttery Nutt and get some delicious desserts and treat yourself. You deserve it. Thank you. I'm Tennille Wilson, creating meaningful relationships through real estate. Have a blessed day.